What has changed? Destroyers. There's a full set of destroyers now, as opposed to the 12 destroyers that used to exist. I think destroyers are in a really funny place. There are plenty of cruisers that can outrun a destroyer, and that seems upside down. There's these new pirate ships, trig ships. Their weapon is the laser rifle from Dust 514. All optimal, zero fall off, ramping damage if continually applied. Exactly like the laser rifle from Dust 514. So if you like those trig ships, you can thank PlayStation 3 users for that. What has changed? This simulation window. This is delightful. I used to have to go into the info for every ship, go to attributes, scroll down to see speeds. Now this simulation thing does it all for me. Well done, CCP. What has changed? Right now, a month and some change into the game, low-sec feels really soft. I can kill rats at the top belt in Tama, and nobody will come kill me. In Tama, I can rat Old Man Star, and no one will come fight me. Kadama, Nishua, Pinacasto, all of them. Low-sec just isn't full of pirates in my time zone. It's full of Koreans and Russians who run away from fights. Maybe I'm scaring the fish or something, but I'm flying around in a Tier 1 fit Talwar, and absolutely no one should be afraid of me. What has changed? Blockade runners are not called blockade runners anymore. They're called deep space transports. I was caught in my cloaky transport. There was a SIBO gang inside Tama on the Norv Gate. I was probably just slow to cloak, but good stuff, pirates. Hats off to you. You taught me something. When I played previously, I used the cloaked hauler all the time to keep extra bombs in system. I spent the first year in EVE Online cloaked up. But God bless the pirates, they caught me and popped me. So I go to the market. The market has all the answers, and I look up the advanced haulers. And this time I picked the non-cloaky, and it's awesome. First of all, the fleet hangar is your cargo hold. So you can put 0 cargo expanders in your low slots. And bonus, the fleet hangar has access buttons. So this thing kind of acts like a mobile hangar. I think that's maybe some high-sec shit, but whatever, it's interesting. The deep space transport gets wild cargo space. I can move a battleship hull in and out of low-sec. I think it's got 75,000 meters cubed at level 5. What has changed? Heavy interdictors will just negate all of your warp stability. So I get on Google and I read that micro jump drives are not affected by heavy interdiction, and I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense. That's a smart, fun, paper, rock, scissors kind of concept. When the heavy dictor stops me, I'll just hit my micro jump drive, spool up, and peace out, right? And then I read a few years later that they updated the heavy dictor to stop micro jump drives. So what's the point of the micro jump drive on a deep space transport? Fucking nothing. I rocked it for a week and showed low-sec no respect. I was just jumping into any gate camp, middle fingers in the air, playing country roads for good luck. What had to happen happened, and I lost my transport. Now I've got a cloak with a micro warp drive on it. And less than ideal. I wish I didn't have to cloak it up, but whatever. What has changed? Mining in low-sec is easy. Honestly, it might be safer than mining in high-sec. With those Trent Reznor Borgs running around, they'll eat up your exhumer faster than a player can jump into a system and get to your belt. Low-sec mining might not exactly be AFK-esque, but I can play guitar, play chess while I do it, and as long as I keep my eye on local, I'm fine. Low-sec dead-end systems get very little traffic. Getting my 2-year plan together. I'm going to max out my missile skills in the next 3 months or so, and then I'll start skilling into the Typhoon. I think the Typhoon will be a fun ship to run around low sec in. The heavy missile meta is coming back, I know that. Since I can move battleships in and out of low, that's what I'm going to build. The profit margin's nice and high. So what does it take for one person to build a battleship, really? Here's some math nerd shit for you. I've gone through all the ores and asteroids available to me in my region low sec and figured the number of trips per ore type to finish one Typhoon. All these numbers are based on blueprint with zero efficiency research, and all these numbers are plus or minus 10% considering variations in asteroid quality. To my understanding, I can pull the Noxium I need in 12 trips. At 12 minutes per trip, that's 144 minutes. I can pull all the Mexilon I need in 24 trips. That's 288 minutes. And if I concentrate on those two, that's 432 minutes per Typhoon. I'll need to construct 23 Typhoons to turn a profit on that blueprint original. That's 9,936 minutes for the raw materials. Divided by 365, I'll need to mine asteroids about 27 minutes per day to pay off the BPO in 1 year. Game of chess takes 15 or 20 minutes, play guitar a couple hours a day. It should be super easy to put in 27 minutes a day. And I should have a stack of Typhoons for myself by the time I'm ready for them. And I know what you're thinking, I'm leaving out a lot of variables in this equation. Like, what about all that tritanium? Well, I'm going to buy tritanium under 5.25 and sell tritanium over 6.75. And that's not quite 25% in profit, but it's pretty close. And after Concord takes its 6.666%, I'll be able to flip tritanium for about 16% profit. My initial investment into tritanium was 500 million ISK at 5.2. I haven't sold it all yet, but it looks like I'm going to make 80 or 90 million on that deal after expenses. The tritanium cost on the Typhoon is about 65 million, so that's how I'm mining tritanium. Buy low, sell high, and use it if it's cheap.
So, what has changed? This is the question that I see come across the forums nonstop. And, it's a really silly question. The hillbillies where I'm from, they'd say, well, how long's a piece of string? And that's how a hillbilly says, what kind of a stupid fucking question is that? But some observations on what's changed. There was a big to-do about this thing called blackout. Now, during blackout, a guy had to use his D-scan to make sure he was safe, not local. Which seems like it wouldn't matter at all. Like, anyone who's doing anything is using their D-scan all the time. But all the cheaters were really upset. Like, they want to make their reward no risk involved, right? They just want to run 150 alts and make money for nothing so they can fund their alts. That's their whole plan. And so they all go to the forums and they bitch and complain about how the game's going to die because they can't cheat anymore. And we're all supposed to play the world's smallest violin for them, Oh my God, I can't believe you can't make your free money anymore. And so, at first I thought there was some kind of legitimacy to that whole drama thing, but it was just a bunch of cheaters acting like little bitches. Okay, The bitch motive is high right now in EVE Online. Like, they're dealing with a big DDoS problem, and obviously, the onus is on the developers to fix DDoS. It always has been, and it always will be. That being said, if you're DDoSing a server because you can't win a fight with the game mechanics, you a little bitch. Like, you got the bitch motive, something serious. And you might need to rethink your life a little bit because you a bitch.